All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another video. Sorry the videos have been very stretched out, but today's video, we are actually going to be talking about my guitars, my gear, my pedals, and everything that I have and what they have used for. So, before we get started, I actually want to make a little announcement first. So at the end of I think April 30th and May 2nd, you guys could expect an adventure video. So I want to just make that one thing clear. Also, this summer, if things work out as planned, I'm actually planning on going to Nashville, Tennessee, to the Gibson Garage to actually buy a Gibson Les Paul Standard. But before I do that, there's a lot of things that I gotta figure out, a lot of information that I gotta figure out, so stay tuned for those updates. So, in the meantime, we're gonna talk about my guitars. So I've been playing guitar now, I'm 32 years old. I've been playing now for about 21 years, I kind of forget how long. But it's always been my passion. I love playing music. Music has always been a part of me. I remember my grandmother bought me an acoustic, so that's when I started playing guitar. I think I was like 11 or 12 years old. Anyhow, let's get started with this one here, the newest member of the family. So this one here, you got the Explorer, the Epiphone Explorer. Now, this guitar is actually kind of special and unique. Epiphone is actually the Chinese version of Gibson, but Gibson owns Epiphone. I wanted something that is kind of like in the 70s and the 80s version vibes, you know, to give me those, you know, feelings of the 80s, 70s and 80s. So I went with this one here. But what was unique and caught my eye is the two pickups. I'll show you guys in the camera. Those pickups are actually Kirk Hammett's Bone Breaker. Now, technically speaking, this Epiphone guitar comes with regular Epiphone Pro Buckers, but the previous owner somehow managed to modify the guitar, and the battery is actually in the back here where the volume is and everything and all that. So it's been modified to the specs that I actually wanted. So. What do I use this guitar for? I mainly play Metallica only because, you know, like Metallica, the way they play, it's fast paced and it's skilled. So I like playing a lot of Metallica. I'd play some of their old songs, some of their new songs. It depends on what I feel the vibes with what song for what guitar. This one here, for example, I would do Master of Puppets and Lux Eterna. Those are examples, and maybe Black End as well. So this guitar does take batteries. EMG pickups always take 9-volt batteries. So if I want something vintage, if I want something that's old, I would go with this guitar right here for sure. I'm not really a fan of the new the Gibson Explorers, like the Carina Flying V and the Carina Explorer. I don't know, I just don't like the way it looks. It's just, I don't like it. Like if I were to choose I would go with a Gibson Explorer, like a 70s or an 80s. You know, those are the iconic ones, you know. The only reason I bought this one instead of the Gibson is because this one was only $800 used. Regular price for this one, I think it's about $1,000. So I saved about $200-300 easily with taxes and everything. The guitar sounds great with Kirk Hammett pickups. This guitar sounds amazing. I love it, and it's just amazing. The only reason I cannot play it very well right now is because the previous owner, whoever did it, when they winded up the strings and tuned it, they didn't wind up the strings all the way, so it loses tune pretty quickly. But the reason I also don't want to do a setup right now is because I want to wait till I get James Hetfield pickups, because they will work on this guitar. And with these Kirk Hammett pickups, I want to put them on my shredder. So yeah, this is the Epiphone Explorer. This is a great sounding guitar. Love it. Sometimes I'll even put the strap a little lower to, you know, be like more James Hetfield style. But other than that, this guitar is rock and rollin'. Okay, I gotta make sure it's actually there. Perfect. Now I'll show you guys my shredder. This is my Jackson Soloist. This one here off the bat was $1,000 cash. Now, what I like about Jackson guitars is that every metalhead knows that Jackson guitars are made for metal music, or punk rock, or whatever your genre of music you like to play. I prefer playing with this one for like going nuts and beating it up. I've also, with the design too, I've always wanted to get something with a kind of like a whole body design. So this one I saw it online with the army camouflage and the fins, like, and with the inlays like that. I was sold. I knew I need to have it. The best thing is, so Kirk Hammett's pickups on the Explorer, this is the guitar that I'm gonna be putting it on. These Jackson pickups, I'll probably sell them to the store where I go to, or whatever. This also takes a 9-volt battery right here. The only problem with this guitar to change battery is that it's kind of a hassle to put the battery in. So I'd probably have my one of the guitar techs basically figure something out. You have a 2-way toggle switch, which I really love. 3-way toggle switch, volume, knobs, and tones. It has a Floyd Rose, so you could really like dive bomb and bend it and abuse it, and it stays in tune very well. So that's why I love Jacksons, because they stay in tune very well with Floyd Roses. With this guitar, I go ham. I would do I'm obviously solos. Also, I would be probably doing like Creeping Death. Master of Puppets would be another one if I want to play lead, and Black End as well, and other hard songs from Metallica, fast-paced hard songs. So, like I said, this guitar sounds amazing when it's fully tuned. It took me a while to learn how to tune it, but I finally figured out how to tune properly a Floyd Rose. It does take time, but when you get the hang of it, you're pretty much set and done good. So this is the shredder. So yeah, now my next one I'm going to show you guys is an iconic guitar. If you guys already don't know, from Peter Green and Gary Moore, and right now Kirk Hammett, this is Greenie, the Greenie Les Paul Standard by Gibson, obviously. When I saw this, I knew I had to have it. First of all, this one here was $5,000. Yeah, she was very expensive, and actually this was $200 more than the amplifier, which is crazy. Why did I chose Greenie and not another Les Paul Standard? Well, because first of all, it's about the history of the guitar, the story behind it, the history behind it, you know, owned by Peter Green, owned by Gary Moore, and now by Kirk Hammett. It's a satin finish, not glossed. I don't know why they couldn't give us glossed, but it's cool. I think honestly I do prefer the satin finish, but also the satin finish does make it really, really cool, but it is still a nitrocellulose finish. That's why it's a little bit shiny, because it's still a little nitrocellulose. What's really cool actually is there's a bit of marks on this. So I'm guessing this guitar is going to be aging pretty soon. I'm not too sure how the aging works, but unfortunately I do have a scratch in the back here, but it's whatever. I mean, this guitar, I don't play hard on it because obviously it's expensive, but songs I would play: Fade to Black, If Darkness Had a Sun. Sometimes I play Harvest of Sorrows. I would play also Memories Remain, and other different songs for this guitar as well. Stays in tune extremely well. I haven't played it in a couple of days or weeks even. It's dirty, the fretboard, the pickups are changing color, which is great because as long as it ages, I love it. And it just needs a full cleanup, setup, and everything. Show you guys the back. What I like about this greenie though is the back. The same color as the original greenie that Kirk Hammett has. What's really cool about the greenie Les Paul Standard though is that all the specs on this greenie is the same specs, same exact specs as the one that Kirk Hammett has, except there's no aging on here, there's no aging here, but eventually when you play so much, you know, eventually it'll age around here, whatever. But it's a great sounding guitar and it stays in tune extremely well. And yeah, I do want to get another Les Paul though, for sure. Definitely 2 more Les Pauls, I think. No, actually no, I want to get 1 more Les Paul Standard. That's why I'm really thinking of like, am I gonna go to Nashville, Tennessee to actually get one from the Gibson Garage? Because they have way more options. Or am I gonna try and find the right one at my local music store? So yeah. Also the neck too. The neck feels just perfect. It's a 59 obviously neck. So it doesn't feel too chunky, but it does, you do feel a little bit. And it's all like satin finished. So it's beautiful. When you put your nose to it actually. It smells so good. Like you could smell the mahogany, which is great. And yep. So with Les Pauls, what I love about Les Pauls is that you can play any kind of music genre you want to, and it just suits. It's perfect. As you guys probably know from the previous video, if you saw it, my guitar rack can fit 7 guitars, right? So 7 guitars. I've got 3 right now. I need 4 more, but I'm taking my time with it though, because I also still have to, this as well. But yeah, actually 8 guitars because of this guitar stand as well. That one is made for either an Explorer or a V. So yep, this is Greenie. I love her. She's great sounding guitar, amazing, and obviously my picks that I use are Kirk Hammett's signature picks. I got one from him directly at the show that I went to in Montreal, where I'm from. I also ordered a big pack of 56 of them on Amazon of his picks. So it's great. Honestly, it's great. All right, so now let's talk about equipment and sound. So, what do I have as equipment and sound? So, I'm gonna explain to you guys my amplifier. So, the amplifier that I'm currently using is a Mesa Boogie Mark V 35. Just the amp head itself was 3200. But it's a great sounding amp. Honestly, it's amazing. Also, the speaker in the bottom is Mesa Boogie engineered. So that one cost me around $800. I think in total for my setup, I have about just a little bit over 10 grand. So another thing that's very important to me is this. I'm gonna keep it plugged in. Is my wah pedal. Now this is the Kirk Hammett wah pedal. This one here is actually, that's disgusting. This is a very important piece of equipment for me because I use it all the time. Go wow, 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 wow. It's very important for me. I play it with this pedal every single day. It has a little message from Kirk in the back there as well, with all the songs that he uses this pedal for. You can put a 9-volt battery in here, or just have an adapter cable, and pretty much about it. So yeah, it's easy access right here. Then I have this right here. It's a long cable, so I can come up to you guys a little closer. So this is the Mark V 35 Mesa Boogie foot switch. This here is actually a very important tool for me to use. So if I want to go from clean to distortion, I'm clicking this button right here. If I want to turn on or off the equalization, right there. If I'm doing solo 1, click it to turn it off, click it to turn it back on. Now for these two ones right here, these are basically solo 1 and solo 2. So solo 1 would basically be clean tone, solo 2 would be my distortion tone. So solo 2 would be my distortion tone. So it's really, honestly, this is probably one of the best things I've ever had. Very efficient, easy to transport, it's great, looks professional as well. And yeah, I just honestly, I love it. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I also have Jane Hetfield's custom guitar picks right here. So you got the fangs, the little wolf, and you got his fangs right there. I personally like the size 1.14 when it comes to playing guitar, because the picks are thick, right? So with a thicker pick, you have more grip, which is very important. Custom flow pick, which is great. Then in here is where I have all the guitar picks from Kirk Hammett. These ones here are basically all Kirk Hammett's picks. These ones are from Amazon specifically, but they all have his signature. And I also have these two truss rod black covers. The reason I keep these, the reason I buy these is because on the truss rod cover on a Les Paul, it would say like studio, modern, tribute, standard, Les Paul custom. I prefer having mine in complete black because it looks more vintage and it looks more iconic. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything that I've showed you guys today, which is from my wall pedal to my control pedal, to my guitars, to my amplifier, hit me up in the comments. I can answer almost any questions you guys have. Any other guitars besides the Les Paul, let me know what you guys think would be a great guitar for me. I need to have 8 guitars. I know I put 10, I don't know why, but 8 guitars in total. A V though, I'm not sure how I would feel with a flying V. I would have to play with one at the store and honestly just get the feel for it. Now it could be an Epiphone. It could be an Epiphone guitar. It could be a Gibson guitar. They're both under the same. They're both the same company. So if it's Epiphone or Gibson, it doesn't really matter. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on the amplifier, the guitars, or what other guitars you guys want to see on the channel. I'm also going to be doing renting out guitars and doing full reviews on them. I'm also going to be doing some video reviews, also unboxing videos for guitars as well. And just to remind you guys, I'm also going to be doing on this channel adventure videos, haunted and paranormal videos as well, to give you guys extra content, something completely different, away from music and everything. So you guys could expect some stuff like that. At the end of April, beginning of May will be my first adventure video. And that's pretty much about it. I have to start editing now and practice. If you guys like this video, remember, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. The reason I tell you guys to hit that like button is so I know that you guys actually enjoy the videos. hit the sub button. That way I know that you guys are actually interested in seeing more and want to know more. Yeah, today's Monday. I'm gonna go relax for today, edit my stuff, and yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and love, yo.